Bank of America first call.
Play ball.
Happy birthday, Mr. Hartman.
J.C. Hartman, the Astros' first African-American player, 92 years young. As we are ready for baseball on a Wednesday night, middle game of this three-game series. You know, Spencer Arrighetti has been kind of looking forward to this day for a while. He was probably a little disappointed not to make the opening day roster, but he understood that he might come up when they move to a six-man rotation. Injuries and that six-man rotation combo has put him in as the starting pitcher on this April 15th, his first of what he hopes is many starts in an Astros uniform this year, and he's underway with a strike.
Yeah, I would imagine he's very fired up. Had to battle through last season with the injury. Doesn't make the team out of spring training. It's just a matter of time before he was going to end up in this rotation. Just things got sped up a little bit with the injuries in that rotation. But if he's Spencer Arrighetti and he hunts strikeouts, the Astros are going to be very happy to have him back.
He is quickly ahead of Edouard Julien 0-2, and that is close, but a little bit of a miss. It's 1-2. Spencer last year had that freak injury where he broke his right thumb as he was out in the outfield in Seattle, and a line drive in batting practice hit that thumb. That cost him a lot of time as he missed over 100 games with that injury, and then at the end of the year he missed almost the final month due to right elbow inflammation. And Spencer ended up on the year with just 7 starts in a disjointed 2025 season. Swing and a miss. Arrighetti starts his season off with a strikeout of Edouard Julien.
Good curveball from Spencer. He could spin it. You'll see right here on the UTMD Anderson strike zone, breaking below the zone. Julien can't lay off it. That's what Hunter loves. I mean, that's what Spencer loves, is going out there and attacking the zone and getting those strikeouts.
First pitch to Mickey Moniak is off the plate. There are 5 Rockies in this lineup that have at bats against Arrighetti, including Moniak 0-2 with a strikeout. But no one has more than 5. Willie Castro with the most ABs against Spencer in his career. It's an opportunity for a number of pitchers in this homestand who will make their first start of the season to not only pitch well in this homestand, but to kind of establish themselves moving forward in this rotation, because there are a lot of gaps to fill in this rotation. Spencer activated today, or called up from AAA Sugarland, and at the same time Cody Bolton was put on the IL, so Bolton becomes the 4th starter that the Astros lost in one road trip.
That's amazing. You hope these guys heal up quickly. Bolton's was a little bit of bad luck, taking that line drive off that right lat. This one pretty close on that UTMD Anderson strike zone.
Doesn't get the call from Stu Sherwater. Instead, it's 3-1. Moniak fouls it away. It's 3-2.
But I'm with you. Anytime a team has injuries, it always lends itself to opportunities for guys who have signed as free agents, who have come up through the organization, getting their opportunities, or trying to establish themselves right here. We talked about it so much last year. That's why you're starting to see some of the Colton Gordons come back into the rotation, because they got that opportunity last year and took advantage of it.
Into right field, coming on Cam Smith, and he won't be able to make the play. Bounds away from him as he tried to make that shoestring catch. Instead, it's a double for Moniak. Not hit hard, but Moniak on second base with 1 out.
Yeah, it looked like there was enough hang time maybe for Cam to get under it. When it matches from Supermo, you can see just in front of him, it bounced up and hit the heel of the glove and bounced well enough away from him to allow Moniak to get the extra 90 feet. We talked about it yesterday. There's not a ball in the air that Cam doesn't think he can get to. Kind of like that about him.
You gotta love that, right?
Yeah, be aggressive. Go try and pick up your pitcher. The Astros have a great defense.
He almost ended the game last night with a great catch off Tovar's line drive, but in going for it, he had to make sure the ball didn't get by him, or it would have cost the Astros a run. Who wants this one? Cam is going to call off the infielders for the second out. How about the Astros starting defense? It's presented by Xfinity. Yainer Diaz is catching Spencer Arrighetti's first start of the year. Carlos Correa is back at third base today. Nick Allen gets the start at shortstop. Off day for Jose Altuve. Isaac Paredes will be over at second base alongside Christian Walker. It's the young gun outfield again with Bryce Matthews, Joey Loperfido, and Cam Smith. We saw it last night for the first time. They're back out there for the second straight game. Hunter Goodman flies out to right now. Troy Johnston, the batter. Johnston did not start yesterday's game, came on as a pinch hitter and singled up the middle for an RBI to make it a 7-6 game last night. Astros held on to win by that score. Got a little dicey late as the Rockies got a couple of 2-strike, 2-out hits in the ninth inning to put runners on first and third in a one-run game. But Enyel De Los Santos saved the day by picking up a strikeout to end it. Now 1-1 count to Troy.
This was some good old-fashioned fun last night, TK. Picked up the dub.
Always good to get back in that win column. Astros with the crazy scenario of snapping an 8-game losing streak at the same time of extending a 6-game winning streak. The 6-game winning streak here at home, the 8-game losing streak on the road. Now Johnston with the count of 1-2. Johnston 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Spencer in his career. And he gets hit by that pitch. See the frustration with Arrighetti getting ahead of the count, then missing wildly with that fastball.
Not exactly what Spencer was trying to do. As you could see, Yainer set up inside. That one just pulled. Man, that's going to leave a mark. 94 miles an hour, right about mid-thigh. Where I'd punch my brother when he was annoying me.
Spencer, in his 3 starts at Sugarland, allowed 6 walks in those 3 outings and also hit 3 batters, including 2 in his last start against Tacoma at Constellation Field. He went 6 innings in his last start. The Astros would love to see 6 innings out of Spencer tonight as he faces TJ Rumfield here with 2 on and 2 outs. And that's the other part of the equation, too, for these guys that are getting chances to start in this series. We mentioned Spencer probably was going to get a start anyhow as part of the 6-man rotation, even if there were no injuries. But now Spencer moves up in the pecking order, if you will. And if he can start establishing himself, this ball tapped to third. We'll talk more about this in the next inning as Correa has an awkward play to make, and he does so cleanly for the final out of the inning. So Spencer works around a double and a hit by pitch, 2 left on.
Presented by Car Shield. We got a new guy at the top of the lineup. How about Carlos Correa playing third base and leading off for the Astros? With a man moving up in that order, Cam Smith. He has been swinging the bat well, putting together some very good at-bats, some electric exit velocities. And Joey Loperfido quietly being a very nice piece in this lineup for Joe Espada on a daily basis.
Today they will face the veteran. It's the 37-year-old left-hander Jose Quintana, just activated off the injured list by the Rockies. Quintana dealt with a right hamstring strain after his first start in Miami, went 4 1/3 innings in that start. He will test your patience at the plate. He lives around the edges. He did walk 4 in his last start as he faces Carlos Correa here. Quintana in his 15th season in the major leagues. He's been around so long. The Astros were in the National League when he made his debut in 2012.
Just to put things in perspective, 2012 was mine last year.
You could have
and he's been pitching
Quintana
since then. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Good for him.
1-1 pitch is down and in on Correa. Plummer mentioned a new look with Correa at the top of the lineup. Carlos hit there 3 times last year as a leadoff hitter, and 35th time in his career he's hit leadoff. He does have 2 leadoff home runs in his career. He fouls this one away. It's 2-2. But with Pena on the injured list and Jose Altuve getting the day off, Joe Espada going with the veteran Carlos Correa in the top spot. Correa's 3 times leading off last year all came after the trade to the Astros. Did not lead off with the Twins last season as he takes one down for a ball. And the count goes full on Carlos Correa. Again, you have to show patience. Quintana will try to get you to leave the zone. Carlos 3 for 12 with a couple of doubles against this lefty as he fouls one out of play. Carlos last year in his 3 games with the Astros in the leadoff spot had 6 hits in 16 at bats. That's a called third strike. Correa's going to challenge. Stu Sherwater on a 3-2 call.
Oh, the strike. The batter is challenging.
I believe this is Correa's first challenge of the year. And it's on a 3-2 pitch. It'll either walk or a strikeout to walk. There you go.
Hit the ball. Ball 4. Astros have 2 challenges remaining.
Carlos wins that challenge by almost a full inch.
Win is a win, and Carlos knew exactly. He flipped that bat down and still had time to tap his helmet to get that walk. Wasn't the quickest call from Stu Sherwater either. I think he was kind of questioning that ball at the bottom of the zone and put the impetus on Carlos to make that challenge.
Our first ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Correa wins it, and here's Yordan Alvarez. Lefty on lefty. Yordan's got to love it based on what he's done this year as he takes one off the plate for ball 1.
He is incredible left on left.
Carlos on first base. 1-0 the count to Yordan Alvarez, and Quintana staying away. It's 2-0.
Ooh. Nice batting average versus lefties this season with a minimum of 20 plate appearances, and the leader is Yordan by quite a bit.
He has 11 of his 19 hits against left-handers, only 21 at bats facing lefties. He has only drawn 2 walks against lefties as opposed to 14 walks against righties, where he has a much lower batting average.
Oh, man. Troy Johnston just got picked off. Fortunately, Quintana threw a strike right into his glove. Watch Johnston come off the bag on her matches from Supermo, and then the throw comes. Wow.
He was trying to make sure he was ready for a Yordan line drive.
Watch Carlos. He's like, man, don't hit me.
That's off the plate, 3-1.
Well, here we go. I think Yordan was a little upset with himself not going after that 2-0 fastball. Now he's in a 3-1 count, which is similar to the 2-0 count. See if he gets the same fastball.
Yordan has been on base 4 of the 7 times he has faced Quintana in his career. A couple of doubles, a single, and a walk. And that is going to be up ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by the lefty Quintana just off the IL. He walked 4 in his first start in 4 1/3.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud is going to show you the arsenal for Quintana. He's primarily fastball changeup, and it'll be that 2-seam fastball to go with that changeup. Even though he's throwing more 4-seamers this season, the averages against that swerve and curveball kind of mixed together a little bit, but he's going to be primarily those first 3 pitchers on your board right there, the 4-seam, 2-seam, and the changeup. And like TK mentioned earlier, he's going to be all around the zone, not necessarily too far inside it.
Now Isaac Paredes, generally a patient hitter, as he takes a first pitch just missing for ball 1. Righties last year against Quintana, when he pitched in 24 starts for Milwaukee, only swung at 42% of the pitches from this lefty. That was the lowest percentage of any pitcher against right-hand hitters. And Isaac, as we said, is a pretty selective hitter as he swings at that one and actually caught Hunter Goodman on that foul ball. It's 1-1.
They're going to give Goodman a minute to walk this one off.
Isaac's been the Astros' best hitter with runners in scoring position on the year. He's 5 for 13 with 1144 OPS. He's got Correa at second and Yordan at first with nobody out. Strike called. It's 1-2 on Isak. Rockies activating Quintana today and placing another starter, Kyle Freeland, on the injured list to make room. Quintana's going to try to get Paredes to chase, and he's one of the toughest hitters to get to leave the zone. It's 2-2.
Isak's first homer right here.
Ooh.
Got a feeling at 2-2. He's going to be in the zone. Good changeup.
Kind of a good spoil of the changeup.
Yeah, that pitch was down. He did a good job. Quintana did a good job of doubling up on that. Got the rare chase down out of the zone.
Check swing on a pitch in the dirt, and now the count's full, having walked 2 hitters already. Quintana throwing a lot of pitches, searching for that first out of the inning.
Again, Carlos is at bat to lead off this game, maybe setting the tone here a little bit, being patient.
Paredes hooks one down the line, foul. The Rockies killer is waiting on deck in Christian Walker. Christian had great numbers coming into this season against the Rockies, and he's improved those numbers with an 8 for 17 against Colorado this year. Another 3-2 pitch coming to Paredes. Correa and Alvarez on base. And that'll be the 3rd consecutive walk allowed by Jose Quintana. The bases will be loaded for Christian Walker. Early visit on the mound from Malone Leishman, the pitching coach. Now, message from Buick GMC. Quintana has walked the bases full, and now he'll face Christian Walker. Walker's second at bat this year with the bases loaded. And Christian has been killing the Rockies for years.
Now, this is probably the last guy anybody in purple wants to see at the plate. It's good to see the Astros showing some patience and not expanding the zone, allowing them to walk 3 to load them up for Christian.
Career 1,022 OPS against the Rockies, including 29 home runs and 77 RBIs. And goes after the first pitch curveball, 0-1. Infield back for Colorado. Astros trying to strike first here. Great scoring opportunity against Quintana as he misses wide, 1-1. Correa, Alvarez, Paredes all with walks, and now a 1-1 count on Christian Walker. In the air, right field towards the corner, moving towards the line is Jordan Beck. Correa's going to tag. He's going to try to score. Here comes a throw by Beck. It is not in time. Alvarez will take the extra 90 feet and get into third. Sacrifice fly for Christian Walker. RBI number 16 on the year. And the Astros in front 1-0.
Even as outs produce runs against the Rockies, Christian Walker able to loft one out there deep enough to allow Carlos to tag up as he times up the catch. Puts his head down and runs right through home plate with that throw behind him. The Astros are on the board.
Walker now tied with Jordan, not only for the team lead in RBIs with 16, but he's also second in the American League behind only Jorge Soler. Big swing, no contact for Cam Smith. Now, one of the many areas where Christian Walker has improved is he is not swinging through pitches at the rate he did last year. He came into tonight's game with 8 walks to 11 strikeouts. That's a much better ratio than we saw at times last year. And getting that run home, guy on third less than 2, that's huge for a guy in the cleanup spot.
And that was a tough spot last season because we did see a lot of swing and miss with that runner at third base less than 2. But he seems to have found something with that slot that his hands are going through to be able to make such good contact with so many pitches.
Now Cam sends one to left field, plenty deep enough to score the run. Jordan Alvarez will tag and head home. And again, Jordan will trot in for the second run on back-to-back sac flies. Cam Smith drives in his 10th run of the year.
And just that slight change of pace and movement allowed Cam to hit this ball deep enough just off the end of the bat. Got a little bit too quick, but the swing looks beautiful as he stays through that to drive it to deep left field. Credit Jordan for getting Cam Smith that RBI by tagging up and going from second to third on that previous sac fly.
Always one of the smartest base runners. Jordan getting it done as Yiner sends one to right, playable for Jordan Beck, as he'll put it away for the final out of the inning. 3 walks, 2 sacrifices, no hits, and the Astros lead 2-0.
Methodist. We're looking at top 6 here when it comes to strikeout per 9 since 2024. So there's a minimum of 180 innings pitched there. And Spencer Arrighetti, of course, a big part of the rotation. Look at him in this mix. High strikeout guy, that's for sure. Spencer, though, told me before the season started, he said his goal for 2026, be more consistent. His day-to-day, he's got that down now with a lot of experience at this level and knowing what it takes to get prepared. But he says, I want to see that reflected on the field. It's been really good at times and really, really bad at times. He said, I am tired of riding the roller coaster. And at the big league level, it is so hard not to ride high with those highs and low with those lows. So he is trying to be the same guy across the board and on the field for this starting rotation. TK.
And Julia pitching in the major leagues for the first time as a daddy.
He is. I'm so excited. I should have gotten pictures. I wasn't prepared for all of this, but twin boys came right before the season started. So he is a new dad. Actually, of course, a new mom. Woo. Their family doubled. Adorable family, though.
Blummer was giving advice in spring training.
Oh, man. Yeah, we've become really good friends. Not because of our love for baseball, because we're father of multiples, but it's been a great conversation. Congratulations to Spencer and his new family. He is just as excited to talk about his pitches as he is his kids.
Fell behind Tovar 3-0. Ezekiel Tovar leading the team in doubles with 7. Does have a career double against Spencer. He's 2 for 3 with a double. As Spencer misses just wide with that 3-1 pitch, and Tovar, who had 1 walk coming into this series, has walked in back-to-back starts against the Astros.
Ooh, tough one to try and overturn there, but it looked like it might have clipped the zone. But yeah, who knew Tovar was going to come in here in the first 5 at-bats, double his walk output.
Now Willie Castro, switch hitter, mentioned he has the most at-bats of any of these Rockies against Arrighetti. He's 1 for 5. Castro's numbers on this road trip have dropped his season average down a little bit. He's had a tough trip after starting the season pretty well. Had a good series against the Astros in Denver. Spencer is falling behind 2-0. Arrighetti wanted to know from Sherwater where that pitch was. Spencer has missed on 6 of the first 7 in this inning. That one in the center field, sending Joey Loperfido back. He'll look up, and that'll be off the center of the wall. Good jump from Tovar from first. Here comes the throw back into the infield, and the Rockies get a run back on the RBI double by Willie Castro. It's now a 2-1 game.
Pretty good swing by Willie, but you know that he was sitting on something firm and over the plate, and he got it with that cutter. Did a good job of covering that outside corner and hitting it hard. 419-foot double. And there you see it. As soon as Tovar saw that ball kind of turning away from Loperfido, he took off, and plenty of speed to score from first on that one.
Now Jake McCarthy, the batter, trying to get the runner to third as he bats here with a runner at second and nobody out. He pulls one foul, 0-1. McCarthy started yesterday in left field, facing the lefty Colton Gordon. Had a couple of hits, including a 2 RBI triple. Well, Tapper behind the plate. It's 0-2. The thing that I was starting to talk about with Spencer and Colton Gordon and whoever else starts the final game of the series tomorrow or pitches in that series against St. Louis, not named Lance McCullers Jr. or Mike Burrows, is there is a big window here for multiple starts for a guy who wants to take the bull by the horns and really establish himself. So when these guys do come off the IL, Spencer's probably the lead candidate, but you can make a case for staying in the rotation at that point.
100%. Yeah, make the choice hard. That's always the opportunity for young players or guys that are trying to make a name for themselves on the ball club. Is that any time you get out there, it's an opportunity to change somebody's mind or make it very tough for them to make a move. You want them to make you the choice. Good four-seam fastball through the zone for Spencer after some off-speed pitches. McCarthy couldn't catch up. But I'm in agreement with you. Instead of looking at it as a detriment, look at it as an opportunity.
Hunter Brown, Christian Javier, Tatsuya Imai. And then the last one was Cody Bolton. All starters, either projected starters or actual starters on that road trip that were placed on the IL. Ball popped high in the air on the infield. Christian Walker coming down from first. Carlos Correa from third. It'll be CC who takes charge. That'll be out number 2. 10,000 fans will receive a Carlos Correa City Connect jersey this Friday, presented by Houston Methodist. Visit Astros.com/promotions to get tickets now.
I had to give mine back.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, because he was doing more radio stuff after us.
Just not important.
Jason Wooden. How about the bucket hat? Did he keep that?
No.
Wow.
I got the Sherpa one from last year, though.
That was a good look for you last night. Edward Julian, back to the top of the order we go. By the way, if you hear extra noise coming from the right field corner tonight, it is Fleet Week down in Galveston. So we have a lot of members of Fleet Week. Oh, man. Good crew out there.
They're taking up the whole section.
They're having a good time, making a lot of noise before the game, during the game.
It's good to see them out there. Taking a ball game. Spend the week in H-Town. Oh,
big hat.
Big hat. Love it.
We got a big hat.
Strong move.
1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Kind of shocking now that I know the demographic out there. There's only one big hat at this point. that could grow as the game goes along.
It could multiply. Yeah, a whole row of big hats would really make my night that much more fun.
It stands out against the white unis too.
It really does.
1-2 the count to Julian, who struck out his first time up, and he goes down again. Spencer gets him with the breaking ball. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 left.
Self-professed hunter of strikeouts, and 2 this inning. Hunter keeping Colorado at 1.
Wednesday night crowd at Daikin Park enjoying an Astros early 2-1 lead. Astros with 2 runs on no hits. Rockies with a run on a couple of hits. Joey Loperfido leads off against the lefty Jose Quintana and goes after the first pitch and sends it to right, but caught by Jordan Beck. Loperfido lines out to start the second. Time to take a look at our Chevy Stroh poll on this Jackie Robinson Day in the major leagues. We asked you which MLB legend that Jackie Robinson paved the way for would you have loved to have seen play in person? Would you have liked to have seen A. Hank Aaron? Some of you may have. B. Bob Gibson? Some of you may have. Or C. Willie Mays? Some of you may have. But those are your choices for today's Stroh poll at Space City HN. Use the hashtag Stroh poll. Phil Boudreau, I think, saw all three.
How are you supposed to pick?
I don't know.
I mean, every one of those guys did something magnificently different. Because Bob Gibson, I want to see that slider in person.
How about Nick Allen delivering a single in the center? Yeah, Gibson would have been special. I believe I saw all three. I'm old enough to have seen all three. I saw Willie Mays at the very end of his career with the Mets when he played the Phillies at the Vet. But yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
All those three, you have to pick one. No multiple choices tonight. So Nick Allen has his 4th hit of the year. They've all been singles. He's a 1-out base runner. And here's Bryce Matthews. Bryce and Cam Smith, the only 2 Astros who have not faced this veteran left-hander before. Astros have only seen Quintana once in the last 5 years. And that's when he pitched against them with the Mets. That was in the 2024 season. Bryce, big swing, no contact. It's 1-1. That ear flap getting him again.
Yeah, it's in a tough spot. Obviously, you need and want the protection, but just the way his swing is, his shoulder keeps hitting that.
Ooh, they're going to get Bryce on a timer violation. That's not good. So Bryce, after the swing, losing his helmet, did not get back in time, and now it's a 1-2 count.
That's tough.
Seemed pretty quick. Oh, and bouncing in there, 2-2. Joe Espada happy with the adjustment Bryce Matthews has made to left field. Remember, he had not played left field until late in spring training. He was kind of learning center field last year and in spring training, and they wanted to see what he would look like in the corners, and he's played a pretty solid left field.
I agree.
What Joe would like to see is more consistent at bats by Bryce. So far at home, he's 2 for 15 with a double and a home run, but he has 10 strikeouts in those 15 at bats. He's got a 3-2 count here. On the ground, loses his helmet. Runner was on the move, so only one play to make for Willie Castro as he sidearms one to Troy Johnson for the second out. Allen in the scoring position with 2 away. So 2 outs, a runner at second for Carlos Correa. Carlos walked and scored the Astros' first run of the game, coming home on the Christian Walker sacrifice fly. Correa now up to 14 runs scored. That leads the team, tied with Yordan Alvarez. Off the end of the bat, 0-1.
I think Quintana's got that pitch come on his left hip. He stepped off and regrouped, and I think punched in a pitch that he wanted.
It's interesting, Blummer, because we have seen a couple of Rockies with the pitch com on their person, either their glove or their hip. So there are times when the pitches come in from the dugout from their pitching coach, Alon Leishman, but it seems like there's times when that pitcher can call his own game as well.
Yeah, it was like Herget, Michael Lorenzen, some of the veterans on this pitching staff maybe have the ability to have that pitch comm on their belt to maybe override maybe the pitches coming in from the bench. As the pitching coach continues, there you see him kind of reaching down towards that belt because the pitchers are still coming in from the bench. They're still flashing the signs to the catcher, Hunter Goodman.
2 pitches down, 1-2.
Even with Carlos leading off, he still finds a way to be at the plate with the runner at second base. It's amazing how many at-bats he's had.
It really is.
With runners in scoring position.
He was the league leader for a while. I imagine he's still pretty close to the top of the leaderboard, if not still leading that. Plate appearances with a runner in scoring position category. Hits this ball to left, playable for Mickey Moniak. And that'll be the final out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left on. We head to the third. Astros lead 2-1.
Just to show off our culture and just how we've come up through the game and just representing the guys that came before us. It means everything to us, and we just want it to keep happening. More kids that look like us to continue playing the game of baseball and just show out. It means everything.
Bryce Matthews called up in July, so this is the first time he gets to wear 42 at the major league level. He was looking forward to it. He remembers learning about Jackie early, very young kid. He did a report on Hank Aaron, but his buddy did one on Jackie Robinson. This is one where they dressed the part. They had their presentations memorized, their display behind them. But the Jackie story stuck with a very young Bryce at the time, who went on to be a part of the Astros Youth Academy, of course, and has taken on the responsibility of carrying on the legacy of Jackie Robinson and the way that he plays and the way that he is off the field. And we saw that today as he was giving back to those. There's so many participants of the Astros Youth Academy here today, and he was a part of that pregame conversation that was held earlier, TK.
That was so cool with the Astros Youth Academy in attendance. Love that. Love Jackie Robinson Day, especially when guys really know the history. And Bryce and Taylor obviously know all about the importance of today, so good for them.
It's great, and what an honor to be able to put that 42 on your back, understanding the presence of Jackie Robinson and being able to just go out there and understand the reason you're standing out there is because of that 42 on your back.
1-2 pitch is a swing. Mickey Moniak tried to hold up, but third base umpire Rob Drake said he went too far on the appeal. That'll be a strikeout for Spencer.
I know I misspoke last inning saying Hunter struck him out, but they only give all the credit to Spencer. He is doing a very good job with the fastball, the spin. Right here, nice curveball. The curveball's been working very good against these left-handed hitters in this lineup.
That's 4 strikeouts now for Arrighetti, and 3 of the last 4 batters have gone down with a strikeout. Here's Hunter Goodman, who flied out to right his first time up. There's that sweeper getting a swingy strike. Spencer's had his share of swings and misses so far.
Yeah, you said 4 strikeouts. 3 of them have been on that curveball.
All 4 of his strikeouts have been swinging.
Keep doing it. Spin to win.
Spencer Arrighetti, 3 minor league starts for the Sugar Land Space Cowboys, and today his first major league start of the season. Only other time he pitched against Colorado was in June of 2024 on the 15th, and he filled up the zone that game. Swing and a miss. 3 in a row for Spencer. 5 in the game, 2 outs in the third.
April 15th marks Jackie Robinson's historic MLB debut. Robinson's courage and determination in the face of adversity is as much an example now as ever before. Join baseball in commemorating Jackie Robinson Day and visit MLBtogether.com/42 to learn more.
Now Troy Johnston, the batter, was hit by a pitch his first time up. When Spencer faced the Rockies on that June 15th start here at Dyken Park, he went 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, did not walk a Rocky, and struck out 10. One of the 4 times in his career he has struck out 10 or more. That was a night he threw 89 pitches, which is nowhere near the highest total he's ever thrown, but his highest number of strikes in his career, 70 strikes out of 89 pitches.
Wow, that is hyper aggressive in the zone.
By far his highest percentage of strikes of any start of his career. Was that start against Colorado? It was also the longest start he had in his career here at Dyken Park, 7 innings. Got a 3-0 count now on Johnson after back-to-back strikeouts. And he pours one in for a strike, 3-1. So far, a couple of hits, both doubles, a walk, and a hit by pitch, and 5 strikeouts through 2 2/3 for Arrighetti. Just missed on the inner half. Spencer wanted that call, doesn't get it. You can see his frustration with his second walk of the night. That's a 2-out base runner for the Rockies.
Just a good take on a tough pitch. Just off that inside edge.
As predicted, Blummer, the number of big orange hats is growing.
Is it?
We've got at least 5 now in the Fleet Week section.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we do. And the big chains are out, too.
Oh, we got big hats and big chains. That's a good night out. Pitch down and in, 1-1.
Son, what did you do with your per diem? Oh, I got a big hat. It is awesome. What a big brewski to go with it.
So good.
Love it.
Another wave and a miss of the breaking ball.
Seeing some funky swings at that curveball, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good spin for Spencer. You know, it's a good pitch when you can throw it back-to-back pitches and get similar swings. That means the hitters are having a tough time picking it up out of the hand. And the action and shape on it are phenomenal.
Is that 13 or 14 whiffs already?
Yeah.
Wow. $13 whiffs.
9 on the curveball by itself, and add another one to it.
10 swings and misses on the curveball. He strikes out 3 in the inning. He's got a half a dozen in the game.
That is a beautiful look at a curveball.
Yordan Alvarez, Isaac Paredes, Christian Walker to face Jose Quintana next inning.
And, of course, we're going to be talking about the big man. He rakes. He was a lot of fun to watch hit. Injury-plagued season last year, but coming back from that hand injury, had played 37 games beginning on August 26th of last season and proceeded to hit .344. His weighted runs created plus at 202. 102% better than most major leaguers.
Digs in against Jose Quintana. Yordan walked and scored a run his first time up. First pitch missing for a ball, 1-0.
Showed you the average, now the OPS. 1655 against left-handed pitching this season for Yordan.
It's just amazing, that number. Yordan gets clipped on the outside edge there. It's 1-1. Love when he just stays in the batter's box. That menacing presence does not want to leave. Kind of inside outs him as he got in on him. It's 1-2.
I think he was probably waiting for that one to kind of break back out over the plate. Just never got to the point where he wanted to be able to unleash, so ends up fouling it off.
Jordan drawing his 17th walk of the season, his first time up. He is the team leader in that category and also the league leader in that category. Leads the major leagues with 17 walks. Hits this ball down the line and right. You can forget about that one. Line drive, home run for Air Jordan. A quick flight, and the Astros lead it 3-1.
That's the same pitch he fouled off. Just this one actually broke to the point where he knew it was going to be. And once it got to that point, the big man just drops the hammer on it and rakes it into right field on a line. Only a 22-degree launch angle and a no-doubter on a line into the seats in right field. Watch this swerve. They wanted to get to that outside corner, but it just stayed middle and down, and Jordan's patience and strength pay off. Hey, we got a cowboy hat in the dugout?
We have a new celebration hat.
Yeehaw!
What's going on, Julia Morales? We have to get to the bottom of this. It's an Astros cowboy hat. I think that was Omar Lopez who took the helmet off of Jordan.
Yeah, didn't he?
So
good pickup, TK.
Omar was ready for the new celebration, and Jordan wears the hat proudly and now gives it back for the next guy. We haven't seen a celebration in a while in the dugout.
It has been a while since we've seen those home run and run celebrations in the dugout for the Astros, making a comeback.
We haven't seen that choreographed celebration for a few years. 0-1 pitch is a strike. It's 0-2. So big hats for the Navy in Fleet Week and yes, cowboy hats for the Astros.
Sensing a theme.
The big hat day. You can see Quintana go to his belt there to call this 0-2 pitch, and Paredes will step out to break his rhythm. Isak down to the count 0-2.
So Jordan's 1655 OPS is only going to go up.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's now 12 for 22 against lefties with 3 walks. And again, we have said this multiple times, but it bears repeating. Another manager has to bring in your lefty out of your bullpen when you're facing Jordan, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
When they hand out these reports, there's got to be some glaring numbers on that chart, right?
But that's why your lefty's out there, right? That's why you have a lefty.
Well, for your run-of-the-mill left-handed hitter, maybe.
And with the Astros only having 2 or potentially 3 lefties in their lineup at any one time, you're probably saving your best lefty-on-lefty matchup for Jordan, but it doesn't work.
That's not good when you got to bring in your best lefty and then add a little bit of hope to the situation. So I'm being told by our PR staff that Vasquez has brought that cowboy hat into the dugout. Christian Vasquez.
Okay, that makes sense. That was golfed by Paredes. I'm not sure how he popped that one up, but he did, and it's at second base, where it's caught by Edouard Julien.
For your enjoyment, some more very good swings. I mean, that's as pure as it gets. Just the leg kick to get on the backside. So the load is there. The hands are back. There's the homer hat. Well, tip of the cap. Vasquez loving it back there. You see a big grin on his face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was watching Jordan.
Oh. And then he just sticks that front leg in the ground, and just all the energy is going into that front leg as he powers through the baseball.
Hitting's not easy.
No.
I mean, he does something like that where he just makes it look easy.
Well, and how about him? You know, he fights off that slurve, and Quintana and Goodman, the catcher, probably said, well, hey, we got a weird swing on that pitch. Why don't we try it again? But I'll get it to the outside. Jordan just all over it. And if you don't get the pitch to where, even if he gets it to where he wants, he still probably mashes it somewhere. But the fact that it stayed middle over the plate, he can do whatever he wants with it.
Christian Walker, the batter, and sees 4 pitches that missed the zone. That'll be a 4-pitch walk allowed by Quintana, who walked the first 3 of the game, now issuing his 4th walk. By the way, the Rockies have realigned their infield. Troy Johnson, who was hit by that pitch by Spencer Arrighetti, is now out of the game. Cam Smith takes a pitch for a ball.
Looks like Karros.
Yeah, Kyle Karros is at third. That moves Willie Castro from third to second, and Edouard Julien from second to first.
There we go.
Karros is in the game in Troy Johnson's spot, batting in the 4-hole. Johnson probably not feeling very well after taking that pitch off the thigh. This ball hit pretty well to center, but tracking it is the center fielder Jake McCarthy for the second out. Back to first goes Christian Walker. Cam Smith retired for out number 2. Apparently Christian Vasquez found that home run celebration hat in the team store. The Cowboy hat is available for purchase right now.
Well, Vasquez just rolling through the team store going, yep, that's the one.
Wonder if he got a discount.
Well, he should have asked me for my ID. I could have gotten him one.
Could have helped him out.
Yeah.
He could have just shown up in his uni and gotten a discount, I think.
That would be awesome.
1-0 to Yiner. Off the plate, 2-0. So Quintana, almost a 50-50 mix in his first 60 pitches of the game. This will be his 60th coming up. So far, 30 strikes, 29 off the plate. Told you he would be working around the edges. 2-0 pitches pop foul. New first baseman is Julien, and he gets to the wall in a hurry to make the play for the final out. But Yordan Alvarez adds to the Astros lead with this swing.
That beautiful swing continuing to produce runs for the Astros and continuing to get it done against lefties. Start of the 2026 season is off to an unbelievable start. 3 innings, 6 strikeouts, and you're going to see he's getting 10 whiffs on the curveball. That is a career high for him. 14 whiffs overall, 1 on the cutter, 1 on the four-seam fastball, a couple on the sweeper. That curveball has been devastating and well located too at the bottom of the zone.
It's been impressive in his first start of the year, now working into the 4th inning. Spencer facing Ezekiel Tovar, who walked his first time up, and delivers him a strike here. Career high in whiffs on the curveball already, and we're only in the 4th inning, just starting the 4th. That's a pop-up here, and it's 0-2. Arrighetti, Cinco Ranch High School product. Pitching back here at Dyken Park for his first start of the 26th season. Little tapper back to the mound. Glove by Spencer. He'll make the throw to first. 1 away in the inning. Now Willie Castro, the batter. Spencer, who had 2 batters in his last start at Sugar Land, hits his second batter of the night here. Johnson had to leave the game after being hit by a pitch earlier. Now Castro.
Another fastball up and in. Castro trying to pull the hands in out of the way. Oh, and it catches the bottom hand. Just missing that lead elbow guard and catching that bottom hand, the right hand of Willie Castro.
Did not look good. It absorbed a lot of that fastball.
It did. Didn't look good at all.
Spencer last year hit 3 batters total in 35 1/3 innings. Has hit his second batter tonight in 3 1/3. And Castro is going to have to leave the game. So the Rockies have had 2 different hitters leave the game after being hit by a pitch. Troy Johnston earlier, and now Castro looks like he's leaving the game. Now a word from Jack in the Box.
Get my new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal for a chance to win $75,000. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Well, Tyler Freeman, who was the DH yesterday, will check in the game as a pinch runner here. Schaefer not too pleased with the fact that he's lost 2 infielders so far in this game, both hit by a pitch. Well, Jake McCarthy will be the batter. By the way, Orbit has arrived.
Oh, you know it's going to get rowdy now.
In the Fleet Week section. What could go wrong? Oh, yeah, life is good.
Man, oh, man. It's going to get rowdy in that right field corner now.
Want to know the count to Jake McCarthy. That'll be a strike. It's 1-1. So 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 2 doubles is what Spencer's allowed so far in 3 1/3 innings. That one in play in the shallow right center. Should be plenty of time for either Cam or Loperfido to get there, and it's in between them. They can still get the force out, but nobody caught that fly ball. Either one of them could have caught it, and instead it falls in, and the Rockies have 2 runners on.
Yeah, somebody's got to get loud right here. Usually it's a center fielder that can overtake the corners, but Cam jumping up may have taken his eye off the ball.
Cam will be charged with an error. I don't think Cam realized initially that he had a shot to get the force out at second.
Yeah, I was trying to read faces and lips and see who was calling for that fly ball.
So now first and second with 1 out. And the 9-hitter Jordan Beck will bat.
There's a little bit of growing pains right there, having a young outfield. Talked about how Jake Myers over last season and coming into this season kind of became the captain of that outfield, helping some of these young new outfielders on the corners for the Astros kind of find their way. That was a tweener.
Pitch in, 2-0. Spencer needs to pick up his outfield here as he works with first and second and 1 out in a 2-run game. Only 6 errors on the Astros this year. Playing game number 19 on the season. That one's pop foul. Yiner will give it a look, but it'll be out of play.
Spencer's been able to find that swing and miss with some traffic on the base paths. Need to find some right here. Oh, Isak putting on a little pick play. Trying to keep Freeman honest at second base. Trying to creep out there, maybe try and get a jump off Spencer to third.
Runners go, ground ball towards the middle. Playing the ball to first is Nick Allen to get the 1 out. Allen thought about a quick shovel to Paredes, but decided to get the 1 out at first base for out number 2. Both runners advanced as they were on the move.
Maybe with a little more comfortable second baseman, you could do that. But I think the recognition that the base runner was off with the pitch, and he was going to get there, be a little too close to second base, get the sure out.
Well, Spencer, who has struck out Edouard Julien twice, faces him here with second and third and 2 outs and starts him off with a pitch just missing 1-0.
He's got him twice with that curveball.
There's a strike, 1-1. Julian's been on a good streak lately. Had his 6-game hitting streak snapped on Sunday, but 5 for 12 with a couple of walks on this road trip. It's up high, 2-1. Spencer throwing 18 pitches in the first, 18 pitches in the second, 17 pitches in the third. This is his 15th pitch coming in this inning. Can't quite clip the outside edge, and the count's 3-1.
The pitch was called a ball. Catcher is challenging.
This is going to be a challenge on the 2-1 pitch.
What do you got? Ooh, clipped it.
Houston has 2 challenges remaining.
Ball came back to Yiner, and he felt that he was on the plate, so he tapped that helmet, picked up a strike for Spencer.
I think that's 3 in a row now for Yiner.
He's feeling it.
Now big pitch coming here. 2 in scoring position with 2 outs and a 2-2 count on Julian. I mean, the curveball's been working.
It's been really good. Like I said earlier, he struck out Julian on the curveball twice.
Almost hits him.
How did Yiner keep that in front?
Great job by Yiner preventing a run from scoring, and now the count's full.
That was the curveball. And Yiner going with the glove save. Tried to beat him stick side, and Yiner able to go out there and get it.
Somehow missed his feet too. Bounced right in front of his front foot. So another big pitch coming for Spencer, a 3-2 pitch to Julian. Mickey Moniak is on deck. Up and away, ball 4. Hit by pitch, error, and a walk in this inning have loaded the bases for the Rockies for their RBI leader, Mickey Moniak.
Good to see. Josh Miller is coming out. I'm sorry, TK, but I saw after that pitch, Carlos was creeping in there too.
Just kind of getting a reset for Spencer.
Yeah, just kind of, you know, he's probably, the heart rate's up. He's probably breathing pretty good, trying to get that last out. Didn't get it, and got to regroup.
The Astros finish off their series with the Rockies tomorrow night with coverage beginning at 6:30. That'll be the Astros pregame show presented by Toyota. SCHN is your home for the Houston Astros. Astros have not announced a starter for tomorrow. Either have the Rockies. So here we go. Bases loaded for Mickey Moniak. The Rockies' 13th plate appearance of the year with the bases loaded. Moniak has one of those plate appearances. Contrast that with the Astros, who have had 29 plate appearances with the bases loaded. 0-1 to Moniak, who has doubled and also struck out. Big swing, no contact. The curveball continues to get whiffs.
Back-to-back swings and misses on the curveball for Moniak.
Yiner's going to challenge this curveball. If he gets it,
Call the ball. A catch challenge in the pitch.
it's going to be the end of the inning. And it will strand the bases loaded. So Yiner watching up on the board with anticipation, and he got it. The bases left loaded. The best overturn of the season for Yiner Diaz, getting the strikeout to strand 3.
It's a curveball again. Great reaction from Spencer. Get picked up by Yiner.
Joey Loperfido, talk about what he's been doing this year, but also going back to last year when he was with Toronto, doing a really nice job at the plate, coming into spring training, hoping to do more of that, and he did, and that's why he made the opening day roster this year, and he's come through with some good at bats so far this season. Talking about opening day roster, he was excited about that opportunity, guys. Said, told my family, much better than the last one, which was in Buffalo when it was 30 degrees. This one in Houston meant a lot more, of course. But he said now, challenge is staying up here, so he's got to go about it just AB to AB, trying to have those good at-bats, keep him rolling, help out this team any way that he can.
A good sign for him that he is starting tonight against the lefty. Hit a line drive against the lefty Quintana his first time up. And Blummer, he's not chasing as much as last year. He's walking more and striking out less so far.
Yeah, falling right back into that Astros mentality at the plate, selectively aggressive, and paying off.
Only his 8th at bat of the season against the lefty. He's 1 for 7 so far this year. He has faced Quintana before a couple of times, now 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts against Quintana. Down to the count here, 1-2 as he pops a foul out of play. It'll be Loperfido, Nick Allen, and Bryce Matthews, 7, 8, 9 hitting for the Astros here in the 4th.
Got a pretty good pitch to hit. I think he might be. He's a good low ball hitter. And Quintana's got the sinker. He'll throw that four seam at the top of the zone, but everything else pretty much down in the zone. And I think that might be why he's able to stay in there against Quintana.
Just missed. It's now a 2-2 count. Quintana has walked 4 in the game. He's allowed 2 hits. And this one is a diving stop by Freeman. He's going to say he caught it in the air, and he did. Jordan Baker, the crew chief and second base umpire, confirms that's a line drive out off the bat of Loperfido.
There's a finder. Freeman coming in for Willie Castro, who got a hit on the hand. You see it on our mattress from Supermo. Just at the edge of the webbing of that glove. He might be grateful that he was able to absorb the shock of the earth right there because he got twisted up.
Really nice play by the second baseman of the night for the Rockies. Edouard Julien started at second, moved to first. Willie Castro moved from third to second, and then he was hit by a pitch, and now Tyler Freeman's in there. Here's Nick Allen. Nick had a single his first time up. Career start number 359 for the veteran Quintana. And coming off the IL, he's not going to throw anywhere close to 100 pitches today. So Jaden Hill beginning to warm up in the Rockies bullpen. There's a ball in the left field, and Nick Allen has a 2-for-2 night. He's thinking about going for 2. He's going to put his head down and try and get into second, and he will ahead of the throw by Moniak. That's a one-out double. First extra base hit of the year for Nick Allen.
Nick Allen showing some speed right here. Popped that changeup off the end of the bat, pulled it in left field. Moniak running away from second base. You can see Nick Allen making the decision just before he got to first base. Had a great turn and slid in easily. Dapping everybody up.
So hit number 3 for the Astros. Here's Bryce Matthews, who grounded out his first time up. Bryce sends one foul down the right field side. That'll be out of play. Quintana not only pitched in the World Baseball Classic, he was the team captain for Colombia in the WBC. He is by far the most prolific pitcher in the history of Colombia. Colombian-born pitcher, leader in game starts, wins, innings pitched, strikeouts. He has been around a long time. Bryce lays off that pitch up. It's 1-2. Night off for Jose Altuve as he watches from the middle staircase in the dugout. A little bit in. Pretty good takes by Bryce. It's 2-2. Foul tip caught by Goodman. That'll be a strikeout for Quintana. That's his first of the game. Second out of the inning.
Don't miss your chance at a sweet treat this Saturday as 10,000 fans will receive an Astros ice cream bucket hat presented by Texas Bay Credit Union. Get tickets now at astros.com/promotions.
Jose Quintana will not face Carlos Correa for a third time. Warren Schaefer gets the ball. We'll see a new pitcher in the game when we come back. Astros lead at 3-1 in the fourth.
Park pitching change for the Colorado Rockies. You see the Astros up 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. It's going to be LSU Tiger Jaden Hill coming into this game for his 8th appearance. So in 6 1/3, 6 strikeouts in that time. It's a big right arm, averaging 98 miles an hour on that fastball. Also has a 2-seamer, slider, and a changeup.
Carlos Correa watches the first pitch miss outside with the slider. Carlos batting leadoff for the 4th time in the last 2 years. All with the Astros 3 times last year, and his first time this year. He has walked, scored a run, and flied out to left. First 2 have been yanked wide by Hill. It's 2-0.
See more sliders than fastballs, but right-handed hitters are going to see sinker slider from Jaden.
There's a strike, 2-1. Correa batting again with a runner in scoring position. He leads all of Major League Baseball in that category as he is hitting for the 30th time with a runner in scoring position. That's wide. It's 3-1.
It's incredible.
It really is a big number. Carlos challenged one in the first inning and got a call to go his way on an overturn. That was on a 3-2 pitch. Thought about it briefly, but decides to take the strike here.
Could have trusted those instincts. Maybe gotten on base again. That was tough. It was close.
Wonder if it was a 3-2 pitch if he would have challenged.
Good point.
Doesn't have to worry about it as he walks for the second time. All of Hill's misses in that at bat were glove side. It's now first and second, 2 outs. And Yordan Alvarez drives to the plate. Jordan made it a 3-1 game with his 7th home run of the year. His last time up, he's also walked and scored a run. Said all his misses were glove side. He misses another time glove side inside to Jordan.
Right after him with that two-seamer at 97. Jordan just a cut underneath it at the top of the zone.
It's wide, 2-1. Jordan up to 7 home runs, 17 RBIs, playing in his 19th game of the season. With Jose Altuve having the day off today, Jordan the only one who has started all 19 games as he takes that pitch on the outside edge. It's 2-2. Two on, 2 out, and a count of 2-2. Only one hitter has faced Jaden Hill in this Astros lineup, and that's Christian Walker.
He get a hit?
He hit a home run.
Of course he did. It's crazy.
That hit pretty well, but maybe off the end of the bat. Jordan didn't get all of that. As Jordan Beck puts it away for the final out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left. Astros lead after 4, 3-1. Baseball on SCHN is presented by Ram. See your Texas Ram dealer today. Nothing stops Texas. Nothing stops Ram. And by Whataburger. Your favorite burger made hot and fresh, just the way you like it. Jackie Roosevelt Robinson being celebrated throughout Major League Baseball today on Jackie Robinson Day as we head to the 5th inning. Hunter Goodman will lead things off. He is flied out to right and struck out and watches the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Spencer has averaged just a tick over 18 pitches per inning. And we're likely going to see his last inning here unless he is very efficient. His 3 minor league outings, he threw 53, 78, and 82 pitches.
I'm with you. Maybe 85 to 90 might be that number for Spencer.
That hit high in the air but foul down the left field line. And that'll be out of play. Goodman with a count of 1-2. Spencer in his 2 combined starts against the Rockies, 1-24 plus tonight, has gone 11 innings so far and allowed 5 hits and 1 run, while striking out 17. Make it 18. Down goes Goodman. Strikeout number 8 tonight for Spencer in 4 1/3 innings. Goodman strikes out for the 2nd time.
Guess what pitch that was, Todd?
The curve.
The curveball.
And untouchable tonight.
It really is. He's done such a good job. Another strikeout using that curveball. I think it's a combination now of that arm angle and the shape of that pitch. The Rockies are having a very tough time trying to compete against.
Strike to Kyle Karros, who's batting for the first time. Troy Johnston was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, eventually left the game after walking in the 3rd. Now Karros gets his first AB. Karros has played in every game for the Rockies this year. Mostly it's the starting third baseman. Went 2 for 3 yesterday with a walk. Fouls that sweeper back. And it's 1-2. Spencer with 19 swings on the curveball, and 13 have been whiffs. Plus 4 called strikes. The called strike and whiff percentage is outstanding. Swing and a miss on the curveball again. Spencer with 9 strikeouts, 3 in a row, 2 outs in the 5th.
Spencer out here spinning these Rockies into the ground. Not his best curveball, still gets a swing and miss. See how some of these hitters are way out in front of that pitch too.
On the ground, Paredes is there. The most efficient inning of the night for Spencer Arrighetti, a 1-2-3 inning with 2 more strikeouts on the curve. He is through 5 with only 1 run allowed.
Join the official kids club of the Houston Astros and sign up for the Astros Buddies Club presented by HEB today. Buddies Club members receive a drawstring bag, widget hat, widget charms, socks, lanyard, and 4 tickets to an Astros game. Visit astros.com/buddies to sign up today. Plummer.
Thank you, Julia. Got right-hander Tanner Hill out of Texas State coming in. 3 starts in AAA this season, getting an opportunity here. 2.76 was that ERA.
First pitch is a curveball to Isaac Paredes. Gordon is the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Rockies. Jose Quintana for 3 2/3, and Jaden Hill got a big out against Yordan Alvarez to end the 4th. This one popped up. Playable for the first baseman, Edward Julian, in fair territory, puts it away for the first out. Julia.
What's on Tap is presented by Lawn Mower Blonde. Talking about Christian Walker, who's looked so great really all season, but when you're comparing his first few games at home versus last year versus this year, he is off to such an excellent start. He's in a good place. And yesterday we saw him have 3 hits, the home run, the double, and Joe, of course, loved that home run swing and the timing of it. Christian talking about just the quality of the bats that are so important to him and the way this group is working together, of course, putting together those big innings, knocking the starters out. It's working well for this offense together.
Yeah, great to see. All signs positive for Christian Walker in 2026. He does not have an official at bat tonight. He's hit a sac fly to right for an RBI, and then he walked on 4 pitches. That is now 9 walks on the year to just 11 strikeouts, nearly a 1-to-1 ratio. 1-0 pitch, waves at that one. It's 1-1. We mentioned if Spencer was efficient last inning, he might be able to hang in there for another inning of work, and it appears that's the case. Spencer only threw 9 pitches in the 5th. So he's sitting at 82 right now, and the Astros do not have their bullpen going as Walker sends this one into shallow center. Jake McCarthy with the running catch for the 2nd out. Take a look at Spencer and the pitching coach Josh Millard having a little discussion as he came down the dugout steps. That was quick.
Spencer almost looked surprised by the question. He was going back to where he sits in the dugout. He's like, of course I'm coming back out for another one. Have you been watching this thing?
Astros are going to start the inning.
Can't blame Josh for asking him either. Go over there and make sure he's all right.
Well, yeah, it's your first start of the year.
And you're amped up, your adrenaline. Yeah, you got to make sure that they're feeling all right. I'm sure he's feeling very good.
I'm not sure if he's ever felt better about the curveball than tonight.
True.
Steven Okert is going to loosen up at the end of this inning, but he's not loosening up to the point where he's going to start the inning, but he's going to probably warm up to the point where if Spencer needs any help in the 6th, he'll be ready. We said Okert and Brian King might be big players in this series, and this would be Okert's 2nd appearance in as many games. Cam hits it hard to left towards the wall and off the wall. Hit it so hard it might be tough to get to second. Here comes the throw in, and Cam is safe. The ball is loose. And Cam makes sure he shows love to the bullpen. That is a double for Cam Smith with 2 outs, 5th double of the year for the 23-year-old.
Absolute missile off that scoreboard out there in left field. Low laser at 111.5 off the bat. Even with that ball bouncing right back to the left fielder, Cam's speed is what beats it into second base.
Took out the Twins' score in the first inning. Woo. You mentioned it in spring training, the fact that Cam was hitting the ball pole side with authority more than you remembered last year.
Yeah, last year we saw some of that power going the other way, knocking the F out of the scoreboard in that final score of Minnesota. But yeah, you wanted to see that bat head get out in front of home plate and start, not hooking, but starting to smash or elevate to the pole side. Once you start doing that, kind of creates all kinds of issues for pitchers when they know you're about to yank one at about 112.
He's a student of the game, and I know you guys talked about contact points on the plate, and he was really working on that swing this spring.
He was. He made a couple of adjustments. Whoa.
That was a blow up. Yiner lost his bat, and he pops up. But Cam Smith with a double, and Yiner with a piece of his bat in his hand as he goes back to the dugout. We head to the 6th, still a 3-1 game.
It's time for Astros Trivia, powered by Reliant. Our question is, prior to retiring his number, who was the last Astro to wear number 42? Pretty good question on our Astros Trivia, powered by Reliant. The last Astro to wear the number 42 before it was retired across the league.
Spencer Arrighetti back out there as he will face Ezequiel Tovar. The lefty Stephen Oker continues to warm up in the pen. It is Tovar, a right-hand hitter. Be followed by Tyler Freeman, also a right-hand hitter. Then Jake McCarthy, a lefty. Then another righty in Jordan Beck. So Spencer might get 2, might get 4 batters in this inning, just trying to play along with Joe Espada's thought process. That one popped back to the 3rd row behind home plate, and it's 0-1 on Tovar. Tovar with a walk in his first time up and scored a run. He walked and scored a run last night. 2 walks in this series, 1 walk the rest of the season. He also bounced back to Spencer his last time up. And Arrighetti getting ahead 0-2. Well, he mentioned it last night. Tovar swings more than anybody else in baseball, highest swing percentage. And also the 2nd highest chase percentage. We'll see if Spencer tries to sweep something off the plate here. Gets the ground ball to short. Nick Allen gloves it and makes the play to first. And there's 1 away in the 6th. Nick Allen's not going to play every day, but he's going to see a lot more playing time with Jeremy Pena on the injured list. And one thing Joe Espada could not stop raving about when I saw him early in the spring was the glove work of Nick Allen. Joe loves great glove work on the infield.
Yeah, Nick Allen, that is his primary tool. He's got a couple of hits in the game today, but a nice guy to have out there to be able to go and pick it. This infield defense is really good.
Yeah, we got Platinum Glove at 3rd, who's normally a shortstop. We've got Nick Allen who can pick it, and we've talked about the hands of Isaac Paredes. Christian Walker won 3 straight Gold Gloves when he was with the Diamondbacks.
JP's going to bring his back when he gets healthy.
Yep. The good news for Pena is a grade 1 hamstring strain, which is the lowest level. Well, there is a lefty due up next. Spencer with a 3-0 count here as he approaches 90 pitches. So might be decision time if Spencer loses Tyler Freeman in his first at bat. That'll be a strike at the top of the zone. It's 3-1. Spencer with 9 strikeouts in the game. He's had 4 games of 10 strikeouts or more in his career, all coming in 2024. This ball hit pretty well to left. Back goes Bryce Matthews on the run, and he'll make a nice running catch, easing up as he gets to the warning track. Bryce continues to look smooth in the outfield.
That was a really good play. I love that he runs with his head up. He gets good jumps. He takes great angles. And you see him just tracking this one the entire time. And you're right, TK, almost overran this one, catching it a little more near his chest, under his chin.
Couple of local guys.
Good play.
Bryce Matthews out of Tascasita High School, helping out the guy out of Cinco Ranch, and Carlos Correa almost makes a great sliding catch. You know, Carlos felt like he could have had that, as he just barely missed a great play to end the inning, and Spencer appreciates the effort.
Got a little bit of a run to go. Carlos selling out to try and get Spencer through this inning. In, he read it, took a peek. Oh. Yeah, Carlos definitely wanted that one, just hit off the thumb of the glove. Great effort.
Now he's wearing it. 0-1 the count to Jake McCarthy. And now it's 0-2. Spencer, a pitch away from getting through 6 innings. He got through 6 innings twice last year in his 7 starts. He's also a strike away from double digits in Ks tonight.
He's been under control, really hasn't had to throw too many leverage pitches. Been in a good rhythm all evening.
Spencer's high in strikeouts last year was 8 when he won American League Rookie of the Month in August. It was the last time he struck out double figures, when he struck out 11 Phillies at Citizens Bank Park. 2-2 pitch. And he's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. McCarthy not chasing once he got down to the count.
McCarthy looks like Joe Ursulak.
Okay.
Got that straight hair popping out of the helmet. I don't know. That's a throwback for everybody.
That'll be a frustrating walk for Spencer as he shouts into his glove. He was 0-2 on McCarthy and then walks him on the next 4 pitches. Joe's going to let him face one more batter to try and get through this 6th inning as he approaches 100 pitches in his first big league start.
How about it?
That last batter he will face likely is going to be Jordan Beck, who has popped up and grounded out. Pitch down for ball 1. Runner goes, pitch is grounded foul. Counts 1-1 to Beck. Glad you mentioned the angle that Bryce Matthews has been taking on routes, because that's not something that's natural. He's got to learn that. He's been working hard.
No, he's been working really hard. What you don't see is earlier in the afternoon when the Astros show up and before batting practice happens, you've got some of the Astro coaches actually hitting fly balls to the outfielders. And they kind of flip it to the coach, and I think it's
the batter is challenging the call ball.
Jordan Beck is going to challenge the strike called on him. The throw was made by Yiner late on the stolen base by Jake McCarthy, his 5th steal of the year. That's going to be a strike. That'll be confirmed.
The strike, only 1 challenge remaining.
That's going to help Spencer's effort. But yeah, the coaches are out there hitting live fly balls. They're doing it with a flip, so they're not, you know, just to throw it up in the air and whack it out there and it's easy to read. You actually have to read it off the bat. And that's how you kind of create that idea of where those fly balls are going to be.
100th pitch of the game, and the final one for Spencer Arrighetti. Strikes out 10. 5th time in his career, double digits in strikeouts. He goes 6 innings of one-run baseball. Three-one baseball. Astros lead as part of the people attending Fleet Week down in Galveston are in attendance today. Navy and Marine Corps watching from the right field, outfield section, enjoying themselves as the Astros lead this game 3-1. Tanner Gordon back out there for Joey Loperfido. Gordon pitched the 5th inning, gave up a double to Cam Smith, retired the other 3 batters. Joey has lined out to right and lined out to second in his 2 at-bats. Takes this one down. It's 2-1. Astros had Steven Okert up for each of the last couple of half innings, and he is pretty much ready to go, so he'll bide his time at this point.
True.
2 pitches fouled out of play.
It's another big hat. That's only because it's a big head.
Swing and a miss. Loperfido down on strikes. Tanner Gordon picks up his first strikeout. Now a word from Dairy Queen.
Try the Dude Chicken Fried Steak Sandwich from DQ or grab the new limited time Spicy Dude.
What a nice outing tonight by Spencer Arrighetti. Guy who was hoping to make the team coming out of spring training. Probably was told we'll definitely need you at some point when we go to a 6-man rotation, but we want you to make a few minor league starts. Today makes his first major league start on the 15th of April. Only allowed 2 hits. This ball hit deep to left field off the bat of Nick Allen. Allen, who didn't have a home run all of last year, hits one deep enough to be out, but he got a little bit quick.
Slick Nick trying to get out of here. Yeah, saying Spencer's outing was nice is very polite, considering what he did to the Rockies hitters.
Threw 100 pitches and struck out 10.
But I kind of get what you're saying. You know, using some of that fuel against the Rockies when had to go down to AAA, making a couple of starts. He knows his stuff plays here. But a great way to start his 26 campaign.
He had 20 swings and misses tonight.
Wow.
16 of those on the curveball. Speaking of swings and misses, Gordon picking up a couple of swinging strikeouts here in the 6th inning, 2 away. Don't miss the Astros' next home series. It'll be this weekend against the St. Louis Cardinals. Get your tickets now at astros.com/SGT. Cardinals might be in town already. They played a day game today and won against the Guardians by the score of 5-3 at home. They have the off day tomorrow in Houston to get ready for the Astros. Second straight team in this homestand that came into H-Town with the off day to get ready for the Astros, who were playing at the time. It's also the 4th start by an Astros pitcher this year of at least 6 innings. We saw Mike Burrows get one on the last road trip. Lance McCullers Jr. and Hunter Brown went back-to-back. Lance going 7, Hunter 6 on the last homestand, and now add Spencer to the list. That's big.
That is big. It's huge. I think you'd like to see those start to pile up a little bit, but you got to get, even with the injuries, you got to find some continuity in that rotation to be able to start backing those up, start from start to the next start, which can happen. We talk about hitting being contagious all the time too. We've seen it in stretches over the last couple of years where you can get contagious in that rotation of going 6 innings. Try and outdo the guy in front of you.
The Astros have always had 2 starters in the rotation that you could count on for 6 innings or more, whether you go all the way back to the Verlander, Garrett Cole incredible seasons of 19 when they battled for the Cy Young. Then Greinke was in the mix for a while, Fromber and Hunter more recently. You could always count on those guys for 6, and that just resets your bullpen going into that start, coming out of that start. Now that Hunter's on the IL and obviously Fromber's pitching for the Tigers, you need some of these other guys to fill that role. And Spencer went a long way in that tonight in his first start.
No, I think that word reset is a very good word. Just kind of everybody can kind of sit back instead of everybody in that bullpen kind of being on the edge of their seat waiting for the phone to ring. They can kind of lean back, use the backrest a little bit, and enjoy the ball game.
Bryce Matthews battling here down in the count, and now it's a 2-2 count. Yesterday the Astros had to use 6 pitchers, 5 out of the pen, in that 7-6 win. Matthews backs off that pitch as a changeup almost hit him. It's 3-2. Bryce is grounded out and struck out. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat. And Gordon strikes out the side, getting Loperfido, Allen, and Matthews all on swinging strikes. We're going to head to the 7th. Steven Okert will be on this 3-1 game.
Presented by Daly and Black, and Spencer Arrighetti was getting after it, creating a ton of swing and miss. First start of the 26th season, he went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, gave up an earned run, had 4 walks, a couple of hit batters, but the big numbers are the 10 strikeouts that he had. And that bottom line, 20 swings and misses, tied for second most of his career, racking up a boatload of those with his curveball. Much needed, great start for the Astros, and Spencer Arrighetti delivers. And here to start the 7th inning is going to be left-hander Steven Okert. Veteran working hard out of that bullpen to make his 9th appearance. 7 strikeouts to 4 walks for Steven.
Okert's got the top of the order due up. Edouard Julien greets him with a line drive, a little humpbacker that Isaac Paredes takes care of. That'll be out number 1. 3 of the first 4 hitters, 4 of the first 5 hitters in the Rockies lineup are all lefties. So good little pocket here for Steven Okert, who pitched in last night's game and faced 4 hitters. Going to get a pinch hitter for Mickey Moniak. Brenton Doyle's going to get an at bat. Doyle started in center field last year, had 2 at bats before Mickey Moniak pinch hit for him and stayed in the game. Now the roles are reversed as Doyle pinch hits for Moniak here in the 7th. Doyle flied out to right last night against Okert. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Little punch shot. Paredes looking up, and he can't quite get there. Helpless feeling for Isaac, as it was just drifting beyond his range, and that'll be a little bloop hit for the pinch hitter Brenton Doyle for a 1-out knock.
Tough luck. Pretty good slider down, and Doyle just doinks it off the end of the bat. You can see this ball spinning away from Isaac. Tough to track that baseball over your head like that.
The Rockies lineup actually has 3 out of 5 lefty hitters because Johnson's out of the game. Kyle Karros is in the spot behind Hunter Goodman. It's an 0-1 count to Hunter. Hunter's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Warren Schaefer last night used all 13 position players, bringing all 4 guys off the bench in the first game of the series. And so far tonight he has used 3 of his 4 bench players, 2 of them due to injury, and then Doyle pinch hitting here in this inning. Okert ahead 0-2. And he gets Goodman. 3rd time Hunter has struck out, 29th time on the season. That's 11 strikeouts for Astros pitching.
Slider all up in the zone. Goodman just way out in front.
with the righty Kyle Karros due up. Joe Espada going to the mound. He's got Brian Abreu warming up. And he is going to give Brian Abreu the righty Karros with a runner on first and 2 outs. Stephen Okert faces the minimum 3. We'll have a pitching change here in the 7th.
Let's answer our trivia question powered by Reliant. Prior to retiring his number, who was the last Astro to wear number 42? It was Jose Lima, of course. Lima time. 42 from 1997 to 2001 for the Houston Astros. New pitcher into this game is going to be Brian Abreu to try and get out of this inning right here facing Kyle Karros.
So Abreu takes over with a runner on first and 2 outs. Abreu did have a shutout inning in his last outing. That came against Seattle on Saturday. Runner goes. The pitch is down. The throw is late. That'll be a stolen base for Brenton Doyle. Picks up his 3rd steal of the year. 2-0 the count to Karros. Karros came into the game after Troy Johnston had to leave with a right quad contusion after being hit by a Spencer Arrighetti pitch. That one's down and gets past Yainer Diaz. That's going to allow the runner to advance to 3rd. So a stolen base and now pitch in the dirt. And it's a 3-0 count on Karros. Brian Abreu normally would be the 9th inning guy instead of in the place of Josh Hader, who's on the IL, but Abreu has struggled in the season. So Joe using him here in the 8th. And it's a 4-pitch walk to start his outing as he walks Karros on a high and in fastball. Well, that'll put 2 on. The tying runs aboard for TJ Rumfield, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Fastball command has been elusive for Brian in 2026. He faces the rookie DH, and he starts him off with a slider for a swinging strike, 0-1.
Yeah, that's really the only thing for me with Brian. Velocity's been all right. The slider's been good. Just a matter of commanding that fastball. Once he starts to do that, everything else will round back into shape for Brian.
Back-to-back swinging strikes on the slider. It's 0-2. First and 3rd, 2 outs. Abreu looking to get through the 7th inning. Doesn't get a chase on that slider. Little tapper towards first. Christian Walker's there on 2 hops and will take it to the bag himself for the final out of the inning. Rocky Strand 2. Astros lead 3-1. Time for the 7th inning stretch presented by Texas Mattress Makers.
To Dyken Park this Friday night. Bring your family, friends, and church groups for an uplifting evening at the ballpark. Learn more at astros.com/faith. TK.
All right, Julia, on we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Astros leading 3-1. Tanner Gordon still out there. He has retired 6 of the 7 batters he has faced. Now he's got the top of the order to deal with, Carlos Correa. Correa taking one down and away for ball 1. Carlos has walked twice tonight, once against the starter Jose Quintana and once against Jaden Hill, facing Gordon for the first time. Tanner misses up and in, 2-0. Rockies have had their share of bullpen issues lately too, in terms of having to use the bullpen a lot. Their last 5 starts coming into tonight, starters have pitched a total of 14 2/3 innings as Goodman puts that away for the first out.
Here's a look at some Old Spice fresh stats. Jordan coming to the plate, left on left, doing all kinds of damage. This season has been extra special, hitting .545, the OPS at 1803. It's already been an El Caballo here. Not like Air Jordan, but he looks good in the cowboy hat. Career .321 and .987 OPS.
The only time he's been retired tonight has been a righty, Jaden Hill. He's facing a different righty here in Tanner Gordon. Walking the home run came against the starter Jose Quintana. Now Gordon getting ahead, 1-2. Almost got his buddy Altuve, as Jose says, keep it fair, keep it fair. Don't go after me. Jordan reacted back to him like I'm trying.
He interrupted his manicure.
He does keep it fair, deep into left center field, all the way back to the wall. That ball's off the top of the wall. Jordan cruises into second with a double. Ball mishandled out there, but getting it back in, Jake McCarthy. Jordan Alvarez on base for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, good thing he listened to his hitting coach, Jose Altuve. Let that ball travel a little bit and use the opposite field. Got a pitch elevated, barrels it, and shoots it off the left field pillar. Easy double for Jordan. Man can hit. Woo.
Now Isaac Paredes the batter. Paredes takes a strike, 0-1. Look out, right by the Rockies dugout. Astros now with 5 hits tonight. That is the 3rd double to go along with a home run and a single.
Been kind of interesting watching Tanner Gordon. He's not afraid to throw that changeup to right-handed hitters. He almost uses it to get swinging strikes. A couple of righties have pulled it well foul, but then he's backed it up with the fastball just like he has here a couple of times, kind of in the same spot. Changeup into fastball in.
Isaac Paredes, the first batter to face Gordon back in the 5th inning. He popped up against him. Nobody warming in the Rockies bullpen, as that is a close pitch but called a ball. It's 1-2. All the runs scored in the first 3 innings. Astros got 2 in the first and added a run in the 3rd on Jordan Alvarez's home run. Rockies scored their lone run in the 2nd. Gordon making his first major league appearance of the season, going into his third inning of work here. And gets this pop up off the bat of Paredes near the Rockies dugout, but playable for Kyle Karros. He secures it for the second out. Two and 2/3 innings in for Gordon. Nobody had been warming up in the pen. So this is just a mound visit for a lone Leishman. Gordon had started in his 3 outings at AAA Albuquerque and averaged over 5 innings per start. So he is fully stretched out in his first outing here at the big leagues. Now word from Woodlands Church.
At Woodlands Church, there's a place for everyone. We don't have all the answers, but we're looking to the one who does.
So Christian Walker bats officially 0 for 1 tonight. Sac fly, walk, and a fly out to center. Walker has 78 career RBIs against the Rockies. Grounds this one to third. Kyle Karros makes the throw across, and that'll do it for the Astros in the 7th. A double by Yordan Alvarez. 1 man left on base. We head to the 8th. Still a 3-1 game. Time to reveal the winner of tonight's Chevy Stroh Poll. We asked you on this Jackie Robinson Day which MLB legend that Jackie paved the way for would you have loved to see play in person. And to say, hey kid, Willie Mays wins tonight's poll with almost 50%, 48%, thanks to those who voted in tonight's Stroh Poll. Ezequiel Tovar will lead things off as Brian Abreu will get a multi-inning outing, potentially for the first time this season. He's at least going to be in his first up-down where he pitched the previous inning, and now he's back out for more as he got the last out of the 7th. Allowed a walk on 4 pitches, but then got TJ Rumfield to ground out to get out of the inning. He's now 2-0 on Tovar, who has walked and grounded out twice. Eniel De Los Santos warming up in the Astros pen. There's a strike at the top of the zone, 2-1. Eniel picked up his first Astros save last night, the 4th of his career for 4 different major league teams.
There we go.
Foul tip making it 2-2. Slider down, the count goes full. 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up here in the 8th inning for Colorado. They have 1 run on 3 hits. And a strikeout for Abreu on a foul tip caught by Yiner for the first out of the 8th inning.
Good slider that Tovar couldn't catch up to. This downward bite. Good job by Yiner holding on to that one too.
It's now Tyler Freeman, who flied out to left field in his only at bat after coming in as a pinch runner in the 4th. Takes a slider that almost clips him. It's 1-0. Some point when Brian Abreu is back to where we saw him last year, he'll be the guy to close out games in the 9th inning. Joe Espada trying to find a spot for him to get that confidence back. He is looking for back-to-back outings without allowing a run after going that 1 inning in Seattle and throwing 27 pitches in a shutout 8th inning against the Mariners on Saturday. Actually, that was Sunday, the 3rd game of the 4-game series. This one fouled back. It's 2-2.
Even the best need to rebuild their confidence sometimes. We talk about it all the time. Baseball is an extremely hard game. It's also a very humbling game. It also lends itself to opportunities to bounce back. Ooh, it's a good fastball.
Didn't miss by much, 3-2.
96.4 out of the hand of Brian Abreu.
Got him. Went after the slider. Freeman strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Abreu. 2 outs in the 8th. This drive around the league is presented by Christian Brothers Automotive. Christian Yelich is going to be out for about 4 weeks with an abductor strain. Might see him in late May when the Brewers play here in Houston. Jordan Walker having a huge season for the Cardinals. He'll be in this weekend to face the Astros. And Craig Alvarez, after being struck by a line drive with facial fractures and not able to eat solid food for
about 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah, that's not good. I saw the replay of that, and it got on him quick.
Brian Abreu with his best inning of the season, a 1-2 3/8, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Good to see Abreu back to his old form.
GB on this date a very long time ago. In fact, 1991, Jeff Bagwell hits his first career home run. Deion Sanders taking a peek at it as it goes over the wall at Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta. Cammy with the high five. Tuffy Rhodes hitting behind and protecting Jeff. I think it was after that home run they started to call that stadium the launching pad.
35 years ago.
How about it?
How'd you hit there?
I never got a chance to play there.
No?
Yeah, I didn't play at Fulton County. I played at the Olympic Stadium that they had that they converted.
Right.
Can't remember the name.
Was
Turner Field.
Turner Field.
Yeah.
That was. Fulton County was a big offensive.
Yeah. Turner Field was a little bit different, especially with Andrew Jones out there.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Especially with the rotation they had when I was going through there. There you go, youngin. Go get some Greg Maddux, Smoltz, and Glavin.
The veterans took those days off.
Oh, man. I learned early on when to pull my hammy. A little tightness. I think I'm going to take a break today.
2-2 to Cam Smith, who hit the hardest hit baseball of the night his last time up. A double that knocked out one of the panels in the out-of-town scoreboard. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a sac fly, and Cam takes a pitch just off the plate. It's 3-2. That double came against Tanner Gordon as he faces him here for the second time. And Cam does not offer it either of those last 2 pitches just off the plate. It's another good plate appearance for Cam Smith as he draws a leadoff walk here in the 8th. Everything about Cam's game has gotten better.
It is, and it's become consistent too. And he hasn't taken an at-bat off yet. Hasn't been overwhelmed. Been in every count, it feels like, and he's taken some good swings and some good pitches.
Yiner, who generally puts the ball on the ground, has hit 3 times tonight and hit the ball in the air all 3 times. Fly out to right, pop up to third, and a pop up to second. Got blown up by Tanner Gordon his last time. And he puts the ball on the ground here to the shortstop Tovar, and they turn 2 on Yiner. So the leadoff walk is wiped out. There's now 2 away in the 8th.
Our next telecast is presented by Kaplan Sinus Relief. We had one more here against the Colorado Rockies. And then the St. Louis Cardinals will enjoy their day off tomorrow as the Rockies and Astros get after it. Then we'll start a weekend series with the old National League Central foes, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Cardinals winning today 5-3. St. Louis with a record of 10-8 coming into that weekend series. Again, they're going to enjoy an off day in Houston tomorrow while the Astros wrap up this series with a night game against the Rockies. Joey Loperfido down in the count 0-2. Joey has lined out a couple of times and struck out. Daniel De Los Santos, who picked up his first save as an Astro last night, is warming tonight, looking for back-to-back saves potentially. Rockies will have their 9-hitter due up, Jordan Beck, and then back to the top of the order for Edouard Julien and Brenton Doyle. Foul tip. Nice work by Tanner Gordon. He comes in out of the Rockies bullpen and throws 4 shutout innings, 2 hits and a walk in the process. Astros lead 3-1. Looking for back-to-back saves is Enyel De Los Santos when we come back. On SCHN is presented by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Daly and Black. Has your home or business been denied, delayed, or underpaid by your insurance company? Call Daly and Black for your free consultation.
There he is, Enyel De Los Santos. Picked up his first save as an Astro in yesterday's game, and here he is with an opportunity to pick up number 2. 5 games since being back with the Astros in a 1.59 ERA.
It's going to be a pinch hitter for Jordan Beck here as Brett Sullivan will get into the game. So for the second straight outing, Warren Schaefer using his entire 13 position players allotted to him, as Sullivan was on as a pinch runner last night in the 9th, and tonight he's pinch hitting in the 9th against De Los Santos. So it'll be a couple of lefties, Sullivan and Julien, and then a right-hand hitter in Brenton Doyle, the first 3 to face De Los Santos. Brian Abreu goes an inning and a third tonight, retiring the last 4 batters of his appearance. And that was a big boost for both the Astros and especially for Brian Abreu tonight.
Yeah, definitely an outing like that can build all kinds of confidence. Brian showed a good fastball in the mid to upper 90s. Also that slider, a couple of strikeouts with that slider will definitely help Brian out and the Astros.
Both De Los Santos and Okert pitching the first 2 games of the series. De Los Santos only needed 5 pitches to pick up that final out last night, a called 3rd strike. Getting Jordan Beck to end the game. This one a little tap or foul. It stays 1-2. Astros have not played a low-scoring game since the opening day of the season. That was a game against the Angels back here on March the 26th. That was a 3-0 final in favor of LA. Since then, we've seen a lot of high numbers on both sides of the baseball. The Astros trying to break a string of 9 straight games, allowing 5 runs or more. Lead at 3-1 in the 9th, and there is a swing and a miss for a strikeout. Enyel De Los Santos picks up a K on the first batter he faces.
He's got a sneaky good changeup and shows it right here. See that rotation just kind of fading away. Sullivan just waves and miss. Good arm action too, had him way out in front.
It's now the top of the order. Edouard Julien 0 for 3 with a walk. As he takes one inside for ball 1. There's a strike. Enyel is now 30 years old. Started his career with the Phillies back in 2018. Also has pitched for Cleveland, Pittsburgh, San Diego, the Yankees, the White Sox, and Atlanta. It's going to be a challenge by Edouard Julien. And the Rockies are going to be out of challenges from here on out, unless they go to extra innings.
There's 1 challenge remaining.
Oh, excuse me, that is overturned. So that will go back to just 1 challenge remaining for the Rockies. So the challenge is successful for Edouard. So it's a 2-1 count instead of a 1-2 count. And this ball in the air to center, sending Joey Loperfido back. Joey has room. That'll be the second out of the inning. It's now 6 in a row sent down by Astros relievers.
Change up for the strikeout, change up for the flyout. 2 outs in the inning for Enyel.
Enyel has a career save with Cleveland, San Diego, the White Sox, and then last night with the Astros. Looking to find his first team where he has multiple saves. And it could be on back-to-back nights if he can get the right-hand hitting Brenton Doyle. Doyle chops a foul. It's 0-1.
Would you consider this one a little more legit? Getting 3 outs?
It was a dicey situation last night, though.
It was dicey. It was a very stressful situation, but he flew in, got that one big strikeout, and the Astros win that ball game, and he picks up that save. Tying
run was 90 feet away, and the team was coming off an 8-game losing streak, so there was a lot on the line last night. I think there was a lot of pressure with that 1-out save last night.
Yeah, it could be the most nerve-wracking 1-out save that Enyel's ever had.
28,298. Most of them on their feet. Astros, despite the terrible road trip at 1-9, coming off that trip with an 8-game losing streak, they can win back-to-back games here against the Rockies and increase their season total to 7 straight at home if they get this final out of the 9th. Called third strike, second straight night, and Enyel has picked up a called third for the save. The Astros win it 3-1. They have now won 7 in a row here at Daikin Park. And Blummer, this is a really nice start to the homestand.
Great start to the homestand. The Astros need to get something going. Now they've got back-to-back wins. Enyel De Los Santos painting a slider at the bottom of the zone, picking up his second save this season for the Astros. A couple of big wins for the Astros. It all started with Spencer Arrighetti going out there and creating all kinds of whiff. 10 punchies for him himself, kind of set the tone for the rest of the ball game for the Astros.
Astros pitching ends up with 15 strikeouts. Spencer Arrighetti the win, Enyel De Los Santos the save in front of 28,298. Astros post-game show presented by Whataburger features Kevin Eschenfelder and Brian Bogusevic. We'll hear from Julia Morales with some interviews on the field and in the clubhouse. The post-game show presented by Whataburger starts next.